Yo, what is up, my YouTube people? Sorry it's been a while, but I'm just now finally getting a chance to show you guys how the 40 breeder is taking shape. Got done with the initial planning actually a couple days ago, but I was going to let him hang out in the tank for a bit and then show you guys what's up. So this might be a little bit longer video. I'm going to show you what plants I'm using, what I'm going to do, equipment, all types of stuff, so hang in with me. First off, I was going to show you guys is I'm using this Fluval canister filter for filtration, and I actually switched the stock output to a spray bar output. Much better performance, I think, now that I've thrown this on there. I'll show you from the top. You just get much better uniform water movement throughout the length of the tank than just one, big kind of fire hose method. Got it, on the side, and it really, this, you can make these. I just got one from Fluval just because it was in the store. But you can see this is 18-inch depth, and it actually goes right along the whole, almost the whole length of the tank. And then it just, pushes the water all the way across. Really nice. You can see the nice water movement, but it's gentle. There's no splashing. It's not crazy. So really, really happy with that. I actually had to attach to the hoses though with this. I got this at Lowe's. This is actually a barbed clamp for actually hoses. I just shoved it in this plastic spray bar, but it's cool because I can actually twist it, and aim the flow down or up depending on what I want it. So that worked out good with the hoses. So did that. Got an Aqueon Pro 100-watt heater on there. Some people say to use 150 or 200 watts for 40 gallons, but my house stays at about 75, 76 anyways. So if you keep it at 77, 78, you really don't have to heat the water all that much. A lower wattage heater will do fine. So that's that. Got a power head up here too. It's not on right now just because some of the plants haven't taken root, really good yet, and it actually blew some up. So I'll talk about that later. But anyways, getting into the plants. For the back wall, it's going to be a whole wall of high growth species. I got some Siamensis in there, some Augustifolia, and some just normal Coriambosa, something like that. But yeah, you can see there's a big empty spot right here. I had to order some more plants online, just because the stores in my area aren't very geared towards planted aquariums. They have pretty limited selection, so I ordered the majority of them online anyways, and I just had to order a few more. But yeah, so I got this back wall of high grow already planted in. These are all trimmings from some of my other aquariums. And I'm just going to continue the wall. I'm going to have some species of crypt in the corner and then some Rotala right there. So that'll complete the back wall. Should grow up really nice, really high at the top of the aquarium. It'll hide the intake of the canister. It'll hide the heater. And it should look good. Nice dark greens, light greens kind of mixed in there. Got this really nice piece of Manzanita driftwood. Wanted something different from Opani, which is what I normally use, but it's nice and branchy. It's really smooth texture. I think the autos, you can see one right there hanging out. The autos really like hanging out on that piece of wood. It actually is buoyant though. It's being weighed down by some rocks right now, but if I took those off, it would float. So initially, when you submerge them, you have to anchor them down until they get waterlogged. But really good size. As you can see, it just breaks the surface of the water. One little piece pokes out the top. So nothing to worry about. Good dimensions, nice and branchy. Fish like swimming through it, so I like it. So that's that. For foreground, I decided to try a plant I've been looking for a while. This is actually Storigen repens. It's a relatively hard to get plant. You can't really get your hands on it all that often. Most of the major online plant retailers don't sell it, and you don't really see it in stores. I actually got all of this off a member of the PlantandTank.com, which is a really great forum for serious hobbyists. Most of the people on there have amazing setups, huge planted tanks, know what they're talking about, and when they trim their tanks, they have stuff available. So I got all this on the for sale or trade forum. So if anybody's ever looking for exotic plants or typically hard to find plants, go on the forums and the Plant and Tank websites, because the members on those typically will have a much better selection of those hard to find plants. So I actually got all of this for 10 bucks, so it was a really good deal. The lady was really nice, and she gave me 30 stems, and I actually halved it again to give me 60, so not quite done. I still have to, once these grow in a little bit better. Oh, hi, Julie. There's my dog eating my sock. My other dog. Wrigley. These guys are goofy. Goofball, goofball, goofball. She is mostly Weimaraner, and she's Black Lab and Pit. Cool dogs. But anyways, yeah. So once these are done, I'm going to fill out the rest of this foreground. So it will be all storage and weapons in the front, and then mostly high ground in the back with some Rotala indica and some crypt species. So should look pretty dope. I know some of you guys subscribe to the collectoritis method of planted tanks, where you just have tons and tons of species of plants in the same aquarium. If that's what you like, that's what you like. I'm not criticizing it, but me, I'm more in favor of just having a few species. This will probably have no more than 5, and that'll be it. So, fish-wise, I think they're actually doing some breeding behavior right now. That big fat one, I don't know if that's a female with eggs or what, but she's been kind of, it looks like she's trying to deposit eggs on that wood, and then, see, right there, it looks like the males are almost trying to swim by and fertilize them. I don't know, I've never seen my Rasboras do that. See how fat that one is? I don't know if she's just full of eggs and the males are chasing her to fertilize them or what. But, yeah, I really do love my Rasboras. They've been in almost all of my tanks at one time or another. So, put them in the 40 and they really have gotten more active. So I'll probably keep them in here just because they seem to enjoy it so much. They really love swimming in between these branches. So yeah, so I'm going to leave them in here. I think got one lonely Denison barb. If you guys remember, a while back I actually had a few in a 20 long, which was ultimately too small for him. So I gave them to a buddy of mine, and he's actually got a lot of them. So he said this guy who's a little smaller, he's a juvenile, was getting picked on by some adult Denison barbs in the tank. So he gave this one to me to hang on to, and he's doing all right now. I'll probably get maybe 3 or 4 more just to give him a school. He thinks he's a Rasbora right now, but I'll get some more of those. And then a few angels, not angels, a few rainbow fish, like I said earlier, and that'll be that for the tank. Probably Bosemani, and that's what's going to be going on. As far as plants, I'm not really going to have too many red plants in here. I know a lot of people like the nice red tiger that's in my other tank, but the plan in my head for this tank was to have the plants be mostly shades of, bright green and dark green, and then the fish were going to provide the color. So the red of the Rasboras, the Denison barbs, the yellows of the Bosemanis, that's kind of what I wanted. I guess Rotala can get kind of pinkish tips every now and then if it gets close to the light, but overall it's going to be mostly hues of green. Substrate is, I've got 80 pounds of EcoComplete in here. I've always had good luck with that. And it's about 2.5 to 3 inches in most spots. It's a little sloped, just a little bit higher right there. But yeah, so I like the colors. It's mostly black, but you still get speckles of brown and chocolate brown in there, so it looks pretty good in my opinion. For root tabs, I know I've been using Seachem root tabs, and I still use this every now and then, but actually what I kind of switched over to is these are called, as you can see, Aquafert's Total Substrate Pellets. You get these off of the Plant and Tank, or not the Plant and Tank, you get them off of aquariumplants.com. It's an online retailer, but it's like you get 75 of them for about $10, and they really seem to help. Full of macros and micros, they really help this tank do well. So have those spread throughout the tank, and yeah, now everything is just gotta start growing. The storage and weapons was a little bit hard to get going. Like I said, this is off because when I got these, they're all clippings, so none of them had roots when I got them. You can see now, like, all those white shoots right there, right there, right there. Those all need time to grow and get anchored into the substrate. And basically, I didn't let them do that. Right after I finished planting them, I cranked that bad boy up, and immediately half of the field just went right up to the top. It was so annoying. Yeah, so I'm not going to turn that on until these guys get firmly rooted in place. And then, I think I should be good. So that's where I'm at right now. Pretty sure I told you guys everything. Oh, one more thing. I did switch the bulbs in my Hagen Glow T5. I don't know, the pink bulb was just kind of giving it a weird color contrast. I don't know. It made the storage and weapons look kind of weird. So even though that actually looks kind of pink too, that's a 6700 Kelvin bulb. So a daylight bulb, and that's a 10K. So the output is much more of a a bright white yellow light. So I think the plants, at least these plants I have in the tank currently, look a lot better under it. But yeah, so that's what the tank look like right now. And like I said earlier, once I fill this corner out with the plants I'm getting online, I'll do another video. That should be next week sometime. And yeah, it'll be good to go and ready to start growing in. So glad you guys took time to watch my video. Appreciate it as always. And go ahead and tell me what you guys think. What you think about the scape, the plant selection, fish selection, anything that's on your mind. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys in about a week or so. Appreciate you watching, guys. Peace.